We're gonna try this car vlogging thing again because the first time the footage came out really blurry, and I hope this time it won't because the sun is kind of going down. It's almost sunset, so I'm hoping it'll be better this time. I just finished the gym. I started lifting again, which is crazy to say that I even stopped to begin with. I don't really know what happened, but I've been lifting weights for, believe it or not, almost 10 years now. Last year, probably last year, no, the year before last, so like 2024, I started to burn out and just not care anymore. Felt like I wasn't making a lot of progress, even though I was the most fit I ever was in my life. All just kind of went downhill because I stopped, and now I'm paying the price because I lost all my progress in the gym. But that's life if you think about it, honestly. The way my schedule worked out, I finished work at 5:30, so I didn't make it here till 6, which is peak time, not gonna lie. But I managed to do a good leg workout in around all the people. I haven't lifted, done a proper leg day in a while, so I know I'm gonna feel it tomorrow. I've been going to Lifetime Fitness for 10 years, basically, and I wanna find another gym that I like, but the problem is there's no gyms that I like. Like, I've tried so many different kinds, like small ones, bigger ones, chains, independent gyms. And the problem is the area where I live, there aren't that many. I have a few things that I need to do this week and next week. I decided, well, I have the intention to go to Mustang Week in Galveston, which I'm actually really excited about. Right now I own my third Mustang, and it is a 2023 Mach 1 in mischievous metallic purple. Love this car. My best car I've ever had, my favorite car. And I'm planning to make another video about cars and about how I buy cars, how I sell cars, because I do buy all my cars in cash, and I have sold a few of my cars independently. Probably gonna be a whole other video for other people to know about. I have made some modifications to this car in terms of exterior modifications, cosmetic, spoiler, taillights, tint, a sticker, little things. I did buy new rims the first week I bought this car, and then I actually I didn't just buy it actually. Last year, I ordered custom steering wheel and dash. It took 4 months for the guy to make it in some other state. I went online and I discovered that purple carbon fiber exists. I'm gonna put a picture or something here so you can see what I'm talking about. I did not know they make purple carbon fiber, and I instantly was obsessed. I was like, I need that for my car right now. So I found a guy who does purple carbon fiber, and he built the pieces within 4 months. And now the problem is I received the parts and no shop around me is willing to install it due to liability, apparently. So this happened back in January. I was calling all these shops in February. I went on a vacation, just came back, now it's April. And just yesterday, I found a shop. I will be making a video about that, of them installing it, and then just going over like some basic mods that I did. I have not done any real modifications, and don't come at me for that, please. I have my own, in my mind, I have my own journey of how I want to build this car, and so I'm just starting with the simple things first, things that I can look at, things that I can appreciate first. I am thinking about, actually, I was gonna do it. I almost bought it. I literally went to a guy to buy it off of Marketplace. That's how close I was. but I was going to buy a Corsa active exhaust. I think it's called the Corsa Extreme, which my worry for Mustangs, okay, is that I don't want my car extremely loud. Contrary to popular Mustang owner belief, I don't want my car obnoxiously loud. I don't want it so loud where I'm driving and then 5 minutes after driving I have a headache. I don't want that. One time when I was shopping for a car, I found a Mustang and the guy installed the aftermarket exhaust on it, and I took it for a test drive, just a test drive. On the test drive, it was only on like regular city roads. The humming inside the cabin was so loud that I genuinely could not comprehend how someone could drive this daily, okay? I immediately had like a headache, like you can't hear anyone talking next to you. You can't hear, honestly, yourself thinking. I didn't even have music on. I'm sure that would be a whole other circus inside the car, but after that experience, I was like, yeah, no, I never want my own car to sound like that. I've been doing some research on different active exhausts, and I know the two popular ones are Borla and Corsa. Apparently, Borla has a different sound. It is loud, but it's deeper, more aggressive. Also, Borla does make exhaust specifically for the Mach 1. For Corsa, they don't make one for the Mach 1. It's just for the GT. Or it's, what was it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Corsa only makes the exhausts for like the S550 stock. If I did get a Corsa, basically, now I remember. The Corsa exhaust comes with different tip size for the tips in the back. The Mach 1s come with a bigger tip, for cosmetic reasons, which I love, but I think my car looks more aggressive and I like how it looks. I don't want to change the tips. However, for the Corsa, they come with smaller tips, like how it comes on a GT, and I don't like that. So if I get a Corsa, I would have to basically modify the actual tips, and they would have to weld new tips on it, which at that point, if you're gonna weld something together, you have to commit to it, and that's gonna be on your car. So I was committed to the Corsa. I like how the Corsa sounds more. I've been to a few car meets where I've met people that have Corsa on their car. I really like how it sounds, and I think it's really cool. You can control it better, or you can control how it sounds. I have the active exhaust, so I can, active valve, so I can control like how loud it is. I like that aspect. I like that I can control if it's quiet, or if it's loud, or if it's just normal. But the tips, that's the part that you see on the back of the car. That's what makes that thing fat, you know? But I almost bought that. I did not, because when I showed up, the guy actually had the wrong year. He had a Corsa exhaust system for like a 2019 or something, so it didn't work out. I think that was God telling me, like, don't do this. So that has been put on hold. Also recently, I was chilling with my sister, and we were in the car. It was on. We were talking for maybe 30 minutes, an hour. While we were talking, all of a sudden the car, the RPMs dropped. Just dropped out of nowhere. And it dropped because I noticed it dropped because the car shook like this, which it's never done before. That was concerning. So the next day, not the next day, I had to work. The day after that, I went to the shop. I took it to the shop just to check, because I'm very, when it comes to car maintenance, if something is wrong with my car, I have to fix it ASAP. It will bother me and be in the back of my mind until it's fixed, or at least know what's going on, so I can mentally prepare for how much I need to drop or what the changes are going to be. So I took it to the shop. They ran some diagnostics, and apparently on the tool it showed 0 faults, which he said he's never ever seen a car have 0 faults. I was like, so that's a good thing, right? And he was like, no, that's actually really concerning. And I was like, oh, okay. Apparently the temperature sensor, well, there's a sensor that shows you everything that's wrong with the car, and that's the sensor that shows on the dash. If something is wrong, the sensor will tell the dash, hey, this part, something's wrong. So that part is very important. It said the sensor could either be really dirty or something's wrong with it. He did notice that directly next to it, the air filter was super dirty. There's no cold air getting through the engine. Obviously that's bad, needs to cool down. And so he was saying, you need to get an air filter and then we'll clean the sensor and then we'll see if the temperature changes. On the diagnostic test, it was saying the temperature sensor was -40, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know. So then he was like, if you get a cold air intake, you could solve this problem and get 10 more horsepower, which I've heard before, trust me. But he was saying that, you know, it actually will improve the performance of the car. It's easier to maintain. You just clean it. You don't got to replace nothing. And I was like, long-term investment. I see the benefits. I do. Also, they look cool. I have had no under the hood modifications yet. That may be the first one. I looked it up. If I'm gonna commit, I would want like a carbon fiber cold air intake thing. That would look really cool. He cleaned the sensor and then he just said drive it, see if it feels the same, whatever. I also noticed that when I would drive it, it would jerk a little bit more and it would struggle to change gears. I know how this car feels. I've had it for a year now. There's only 28,000 miles. There shouldn't be anything significant going on. I just noticed it, and this car has been in an accident, which is a whole other video, but the damage was in the back of the car, not the front of the car, so there shouldn't be anything wrong there. But basically, I think I'm gonna just change the air filter as a temporary fix and then save up for a cold air intake, and that would probably be my first mod. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a pretty easy mod too to do. It won't be too much. Hopefully this guy will install my new steering wheel on my dash, and they do cold air intake. So when I go there, I'm just gonna ask him like, hey, what's the best you could do for a cold air intake, and see if they're down. Give me a good price, and I'll do it. And obviously for a car like this, I'm trying to appreciate the car for what it is, and I respect how fast it is. I don't necessarily need it to be any faster than it already is, which I believe is 473 horsepower stock. I could be wrong on that one, but I believe it's 10 more horsepower faster than an S550 stock. Because it has Shelby parts apparently, so there's that. If I add 10 more horsepower, 483, that's like pushing 500 horsepower. I personally don't need that much horsepower. I really don't. But if it helps the value of the car go up, the performance of the car, and the maintenance, that's kind of like a no-brainer. When I do that, I need to get the interior, the steering wheel installed before April 17th because that is Mustang week and I'm planning to take the car to the show. And I would like to have all of my modifications, or what I have at least, done to it for that show, because obviously I will be with my people. And I'm also gonna ask around too and see what other people have done to their cars, any recommendations, things like that. I'm so excited actually. Been wanting to find friends that have Mustangs, and in Dallas so far I've had no luck. Dallas is a weird place sometimes. People are just living in their own worlds, honestly, doing their own things. So am I. I can't really hate them. There's a little baby. Good thing I stopped. Just don't want to deal with any cops. Luckily, I've had no issues in this car with cops, but other Mustangs, like, one time they'd pull me over just because they were bored. And they were like, oh, Mustang? All right, let's pull that car over. In this car, there hasn't been any issues. And then when it was in the accident, they sent it to a junkyard. I know, a junkyard. Sent it to a junkyard, and the insurance took everything out of the car, including the registration sticker, before it was considered totaled. They took my registration sticker, then they were like, oh, just kidding, we're gonna fix it. It's not totaled. They fixed it, and I had no registration sticker, so I was like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with the DMV. I'm not gonna go there to deal with something that the insurance did. It's not my fault. Going to the DMV is the last thing I want to do, honestly. Did the inspection test, emissions test, because now in the state of Texas, certain counties have to still do the emissions test, not an inspection. Oh, there goes my mic. All right, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Actually, since we're on the topic, if you know of a good shop in Dallas to take your car to trust with quality work, please let me know, because I have been looking for a shop. I already have a shop that specializes in the tips and the exhausts, and I know that they can do it, but I also want a shop that is able to do like interior modifications as well, not just performance modifications. So if there are any other shops that I'm not aware of in the Dallas area, please let me know, because that is what I'm looking for. And I'm looking to build my car with someone. I'm not looking to build it with like a business that wants to make money. I'm looking to build it with someone who's passionate about cars and is willing to teach me as well about cars, because I don't like paying somebody and they just do it. Like, I would rather be there for the process and have it explained to me if that's possible. So even if you're just someone, maybe you're not even a shop, if you know how to do all these modifications and you're willing to teach someone like me, comment, please, or just let me know. Or if you know anyone that could remotely do something like that, comment, please, because at this point, I'm looking for something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna make some dinner now, so peace.